of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, maybe I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Monday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary with you today. Rico, what's up?
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going great. I have not missed you.
Well, it's a good thing that the feeling's mutual, especially after our phone call on Thursday.
Yeah, it was great.
Um,
I'm sorry that everybody just wanted to rag on you.
Everybody came hard at me.
You deserved it.
It was unreal.
You deserved it.
As always, 402-464-5685. Honda of Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys the entire show today. Got a good one for you. Thomas and Lincoln starts off with, I'm so glad it's not just Rico.
Thomas and Lincoln has just been giving me crap for like Thursday and Fridays, just like, oh my gosh, so much Rico. But Thomas and Lincoln, again, same with Eric. You
still
keep
listening.
texting in.
You still listen.
So obviously I'm doing something right because you're still here.
Maybe it was because they knew I was coming back.
And then Eric, bleep off, guys. Hopefully this week goes by fast. Hey, I don't know how to turn that one into a...
Bleep off, Eric.
I don't know how to turn that into a good one because usually he says bleep you, so it'd be love you. I don't
Love
know how
you
to...
guys.
Bleep off would be...
Nothing works.
I got
nothing works.
Nothing good. Nothing
Rubber
good.
Duck from LinkedIn sends in a text, says, y'all should have multiple opens for the show or new ones. Should we get new ones?
Do you not like it?
I mean, and that's okay if you don't.
Should we? So
we
like
make a second one.
So do you want like same open but like different audio for like
I was gonna
us?
say, I think it's time for me to retire the cop car bit.
No, we're not ever retiring.
No, I think it's
That'll
time
be one
for
of
me
the
to
opens.
retire.
Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have 5 opens.
Okay,
5 opens.
that's a lot.
One for each day.
That's a lot.
It is.
I
I need you all to go back and find your favorite clip of Nicholas or myself and send it in to us.
What are some of the opportunities for audio after our names? There's a lot more for me, unfortunately, than there are for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just because
a lot of mine are just asking you, what the hell is your problem?
That would be good. That would be a good point. There's also, I mean, you guys brought it up on Thursday, the whole Matty Cubic thing.
Yep.
That's one.
I don't remember the day, though, so going back and finding that would be
would be tough. That would be very hard. Oh, yours is Fat Fitzgerald.
Fat Fitzgerald. Yours
That's
could
awesome.
be. Did you guys ever smoke bees?
Smoke bees. That's a good one. Thomas and Lincoln says Rico saying that Martinez is a good quarterback. We should just bleep Martinez, the name Martinez, out so that nobody knows.
I'm telling you,
Just
that
bleep
bleep is a great quarterback.
Insert anybody that has played quarterback in Nebraska in the last 3 years. Yeah.
Who is the random dude screaming in the background of your intro song? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I'm not sure who
know.
screaming in the back of the...
You could insert any of Rico's freezing cold takes. None of my takes are freezing cold. All of them are extremely hot and fantastic and always hit.
They always hit.
A la Thorir Thorbjarnarsson. I just have to go back to that one because I got so much crap for that one.
Thorir. All about Oleg.
Free Oleg.
Hashtag that'd be a good one.
Oleg.
That's amazing. Unnamed texter says, good to have you back, Nick. Rico alone is good, but you two are like peanut butter and jelly. And Nick, we can arrange you to spend 24 hours in jail. It
actually says peanut butter and Jello,
but
which I don't
come on. We don't need to say that.
I'm just saying, I don't think that'd be very good.
I think it was a typo.
Who's the Jello? I'm the peanut butter.
I think it was the typo. We can talk about how bad Uncrustables are.
You're wrong. Uncrustables are delicious.
That's a conversation. Oof. That's right. Is it time to go to sleep?
It's time. Oh,
that was a good one. I forgot about that one, man. Gus, shout out to Gus for remembering that one. That was a good one. You like gave me the look like it's time to go to break, and I was like, it's time to go to sleep.
I was so confused. I was like, what?
That's another thing though, is we don't
Ooh.
remember where that was
I
at.
like this one better than peanut butter and jelly. You guys go together like cocaine and waffles.
I think they meant chicken. No, I'm kidding. They meant chicken and waffles.
Honestly, I like this one better.
Jory asked this. Did you guys see the Dr. Pepper Dark Berry? I did. It's like a dark blue can.
I've considered it, and I just haven't gone for it because it does not sound appealing.
What it sounds like we need to do tomorrow,
taste test.
Taste test.
Taste test
live on
Tuesday.
air. Taste test Tuesday.
That should be a thing.
That's a sponsor.
Should we do that?
All right. Jake Sorensen,
Right
if you're
on the
listening,
board.
if you're listening, Jake Sorensen, we'll write it on the board. Taste test Tuesday. A bit. If you want to
I like
sponsor
it.
it, still unsponsored.
Taste test Tuesday, unsponsored. It's not real yet, but it will be.
It's about to be starting mañana, starting tomorrow.
Do you want two things? Because I can also try and find the hot Cheeto Mountain Dew.
No.
Which Schaefer keeps saying he's going to bring in, and I hope he does not.
I don't know.
Because the problem with me is if you bring it in, I'm probably going to try it.
Here's the thing. We could do like Taste Test Tuesday sponsored by Pepto-Bismol or something like where
It's totally necessary.
It's maybe not a company like that. I mean, such a big name, but we could do it where it's like that and you guys suggest what we should try.
Honestly, I like that. Where
we should take it.
If something new or something weird that you've always wanted to try but you
Yep.
haven't tried comes out or
Every
is
Monday,
out and you're just like, look, yeah, we'll take Taste
Yes.
Test Tuesday suggestions. You can do it on the air, on the Twitters would actually probably be better on the Twitters.
on the Twitter sphere.
yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna happen. So tomorrow
Mark texted it.
we will
Our first edition of Taste Test Tuesday.
Taste Test Tuesday, unsponsored. Eric says this. I'll agree to sponsor it as long as you guys just taste and not talk.
You know what?
Eric?
No.
Sold. Wait.
No.
Wait. We got to talk about this.
Mark says his daughter tried the Mountain Dew and really liked it. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that. AJ asked this. Can you guys test all of the super off-brand sodas like Mountain Lightning?
How dare you disrespect Mountain
Absolutely.
Lightning?
We are on board.
I don't think you know where I grew up. All I drank was off-brand sodas.
I'm
Off-brand sodas
on
aren't that
board.
bad. They're pretty good.
Seriously.
There's some that are terrible.
Seriously. So if you are interested in sponsoring Taste Test Tuesday, reach out to Jake Sorensen. We already have
Garage Doors might
Yep.
be willing to sponsor that.
we have it. It's just going to be a weekly segment, Taste Test Tuesday. The opening segment of every Tuesday show.
Open up your taste buds for Taste Test Tuesday.
Man, we're gonna have
sponsored
to-
by Steve's
Garage
Garage Door
Doors.
Openers. Boom!
Nice job, Rico.
That was a struggle.
Yeah, I had an aneurysm just listening to you think about it or try to say it. So it was an exciting weekend. Obviously, I was on vacation. Well, a getaway, fishing trip kind of thing. Spent it down at Milford Lake down in Kansas. A lot of fun. Bipolar, you can't be sending those texts, man. When I'm just in the middle of a sentence, because then I get thrown off like that.
Taste Test Tuesday.
Taste Test Tuesday, perfect.
That's
So-
great. Thanks,
So bipolar just saw a dude doing something random on the street and decided to tell us about it.
You
yeah.
walk past a dude smoking out of a Coke can.
Thank you. There you go. I didn't know how to word it.
You can just go with that.
Go right with it.
Smoking out of a Coke can.
Smoking out of a Coke can.
Thanks, bipolar.
Nice job, bipolar. The best part, he's like, guys, I'm working, and just passed a dude. Taste
do you
Test
work?
Tuesday. Taste Test Tuesday. Sponsored by Steve's
Yeah.
Garage.
Okay. We got to get this
Anyway,
thing going.
yes. All right. So it's Monday. You guys know what time it is. 402-464. Whoa.
You didn't mute it.
Mute
back.
the site. 402-464-5685. He was driving and smoking out of a Coke can. Wow.
That's
That's
talent. Pretty impressive.
talent. All right, 402-464-5685. It's time for Pest of the Weekend.
You're a pest. Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Nick and Rico's Pest of the Weekend on Happy Hour, brought to you by Bats to Rats.
Insubordinate and churlish.
Pest of the Weekend, sponsored by Bats to Rats. Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Call Dane to get rid of any bat or rodent problem today at 402-310-0904 or go online to batstoRats.com. That's Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention. All right, Rico, do you want to go first or you want me
Sure,
to do
I'll
it?
go first. Mine is kind of dumb.
Okay.
It's not really dumb. It's whatever. Josh Donaldson is my Pest of the Weekend. Yeah, I'm going with this. Josh Donaldson decided to call, and look, I don't like the White Sox. I could care less about the White Sox.
About Tim Anderson?
About Tim Anderson.
Okay.
Look, he's flashy. I like the way he has fun when he plays the game, but also
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't care about Tim Anderson.
The whole timeout. Sidebar about Tim Anderson. The bat flip at Field of Dreams, pretty badass.
That was awesome. That was
okay.
awesome.
Okay,
Look,
just
Tim,
want to
like
make,
I said,
just,
Tim
want,
Anderson.
just want to make sure we're on the same
Look,
page.
Tim
on that.
Anderson, pretty cool. Still don't care about him.
Okay, sounds good.
Josh Donaldson decided, since we're buddies, whatever, and he called himself the Jackie Robinson of baseball a couple years ago for whatever. That was also stupid, but whatever. Josh Donaldson called him Jackie the other day during the Yankees-White Sox game, to which Tim Anderson and some of the White Sox teammates and Tony La Russa did not take kindly to. And Josh, what are you doing? That's not the right place or time, and you should actually never say that.
Yeah.
I understand people are gonna be like, oh, he was just calling him a name. He compared himself to Jackie Robinson a couple years. That's irrelevant. Past the point. You don't have to call him that because we understand where you were going with that. And look, Donaldson, you kind of had a rough start to your Yankees career, and this is not going to make it any better.
Yeah.
MLB is investigating it. We'll see what happens.
He's had a rough career ever since he left Atlanta, or not Atlanta, Toronto.
Yeah.
Like Atlanta wasn't that great.
So look, Donaldson, don't, dude.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Dang.
The Yankees, great start.
Yeah.
Hit a rough patch as of late. And I'm not talking about play on the field.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So my pest of the weekend goes to a Keno writer yesterday. I really hope they are not listening because this will make me feel really bad. So I play Keno. You guys know how I love Keno.
You guys love his Keno stories.
Yes.
I know you do.
So here's one from yesterday. Keno writer. I'm standing in the bar and I go up to the guy and I'm like, hey, can I play the special? Let's pick two numbers, $10 a game, win 145 if it hits. I ended up hitting.
Oh, no.
I go up to the counter to check it, freaking out because I'm like, I'm $145 richer. Let's go. Long story short, the guy put in the wrong game ID on the Keno card. And so instead of game ID C, they put in game ID A, which is just regular Keno. Now, I won a decent amount of money for picking two and betting $10 a game. But the guy had the audacity to stand there and look at me and go, we both thought it was game ID A, man. And I said, what? I just said, can I play the special for two spot, $10 a game? And I told you my two numbers. And Joe says this, always check your ticket. I checked the ticket for the two numbers, but the guy looked at the flyer with the special. And also, I've never known to check for a game ID number. I've never known. Always just known to check for how many games I was playing, make sure they put in the right numbers and so on. And I get up to the counter, check it. And then he continues to say, oh yeah, we both thought it was game ID A. No, because I don't tell you what game ID to put in. I just told you I wanted to do the two spot special, $10 a game, two spots, win 145 if they both hit. And unfortunately, I did not win 145.
Was it supposed to be game IDC?
Yes,
whatever?
it was supposed to be game IDC, I guess, and they put in game ID A.
How do you even change?
How do I check it? How am I supposed to tell him to put in game IDC? So I stood up there and I was like, man,
rip to your monies, man.
I was like, that's $25. It's 20. Well, there's the amount I won. I was like, man, that's $25 more. And is it bad that I'm getting upset about $25? Maybe.
Yes.
But that's my pest of the weekend. Shout out to Dane from Bats to Rats. Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Call them 402-310-0904 or go online to batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention. All right, so
Josh Donaldson and Keno writers.
Yep. All right, Thomas and Lincoln sends in his pest of the weekend. Gas prices.
Whoo, buddy.
It shouldn't be $4.
Gas prices is going up.
They're up. They're high. They're raising.
Not great. Not the
That's-
greatest for somebody who makes frequent weekend trips to go see family who are sometimes 3 hours away.
Yeah. Joe says this, always check your ticket, Nick. That's on you. I don't even know where to check the game ID.
You done did it.
I honestly don't know where to check the game ID. What you had a story about office pools.
How I don't pay money.
Pay money out of office pools. Yes. Rico's my pest from the past week, says Eric.
Love you too, Eric.
Nice job, Eric. All right, so keep sending those in. 402-464-5685. Let's do this. Let's go ahead before we take a break.
Mm-hmm.
I made a revelation today. Revelation.
Reservation?
No. Made a revelation. I almost said it again. Revelation today, Rico. I might be a Baltimore Orioles fan.
Gasp. Why?
Because Adley Rutschman got called up to the big leagues.
I don't know.
And I'm sitting here.
Everybody cares about this.
I'm sitting here and I'm sitting there like, Adley Rutschman, man, I've been waiting. I think I've said it on this show. I've documented it on this show that I want an Adley Rutschman jersey.
Is Adley Rutschman like the like can't miss prospect? Like, I'm confused because before I was pretty dialed in with baseball, and when big time prospects got called up, I would also know and I would be excited with everybody else. But Adley Rutschman, I'm just like, okay, like everybody's excited about it, and I'm just sitting here like,
no. See, here's
what
the
is
deal.
happening?
Here's the deal.
Like when Strasburg got called up, big deal, massive deal.
Rutschman's call up signals the start of the rebuild for the Orioles, and Thomas and Lincoln goes, I don't care. I'm a Cards fan through and through.
Thank you, Thomas.
Jory
I'm glad to know that I'm not alone.
Jory adds this. Rutschman's call-up was awesome as I saw him in Omaha 3 years ago, I believe. I think that's a big part of it is because I saw him play and dominate in the College World Series. I want to run you through a couple of his stats.
Where did he go?
Oregon State. He played with Nick Madrigal.
Oh, okay.
Played with Trevor Larnach.
Okay.
That dominant team of Oregon State.
That squad.
So his kind of story gets drafted 40th round by the Mariners out of high school in 2016. Goes to Oregon State. He's from the state of Oregon. Ends up getting drafted first overall by the Orioles in 2019. Signs for $8.1 million.
That is a great story unto itself.
Yeah. Nice job, man. His senior year hits .411. His batting average is .411. 76 hits, 76 walks, 58 RBIs, and 17 home runs.
Wow.
In the 2019 College World Series alone, he set a record for 17 hits in the tournament and 13 RBIs. He's a catcher, so maybe that's part of it also.
Yeah, you love catchers.
Catcher, he's a switch hitter. He hits well from both sides of the plate. And his first major league hit as a catcher was a triple.
Proud of him.
It's a triple. Catchers don't hit triples.
Good for him.
And so this is where I'll say this to anybody.
Texter. What are the O's rebuilding from? It's just a build.
Okay, so build. I guess.
They're building.
So I guess the O's are building. They have the best farm system in baseball. And just like I've convinced you guys that the Lions are going to win more than 6.5 games this year.
You have convinced nobody.
Just as I've convinced you guys that, I think the Orioles are going to be good in 2 years.
I'm pretty sure they thought they were going to be good 2 years ago in 2 years.
Well, I mean, they thought they were going to be good with Chris Davis when they signed him to that massive deal.
As Jeremy says, remember when Matt Wieters was going to lead the Orioles to AL East glory?
Well, listen. Somebody says
remember Manny Machado?
Somebody says he'll be an outfielder in 2 years. Well, it's because they couldn't pay Manny.
He'll be in New York in 4 years.
No, he will not. Don't do that to Adley. Dude, if you guys steal Adley Rutschman.
It's not stealing if he wants to go.
He doesn't want to go. He loves Baltimore.
Does he? They kept him in the minors for 3 years.
He got one of his seasons canceled.
Well,
he hit 58 home runs in the minors.
And why didn't they bring him up sooner?
Because they weren't ready to build. They had to get.
As you said the Orioles have one of the best farm systems in baseball.
They
and
do.
I said that's cool, but their farm stinks.
No, it doesn't.
Their farm system is great, but their main farm is garbage.
We're gonna look up Orioles farm system.
Again, the farm system can be great, but if you call them up to the major farm,
Adley Rutschman,
and your major farm is in shambles, and you need to build it up.
Oh my! Doesn't matter
how good your farm system is.
You're telling me you've never heard of Grayson Rodriguez?
I've never heard of Grayson Rodriguez.
Let's see where
they moved their wall and left field back because the pitchers were mad that they kept giving up so many home runs. All right, they moved it back because the pitchers were complaining. Nobody likes it.
Well, they just need to redo Camden Yards, I guess.
Don't redo Camden Yards. Leave it the way it was.
Oh my, dude, they are loaded on the farm system.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, good for them.
They got so Adley Rutschman, obviously number one, 24 years old. Their second best prospect is in AAA right now. Took him 11th overall in the 2018 draft out of high school, so he's young. 22. They're top prospects, man. They're locked in. They're good. The Orioles are set. Congratulations, Baltimore.
Whatever.
They have the number one overall prospect in all of baseball, which was Adley Rutschman.
Uh-huh.
They have the number 3 overall prospect in Grayson Rodriguez. Let's see where else they fall. Dude, the Baltimore Orioles, they have the 48th best prospect, the 60th best. They have 4 prospects in the top 60. Orioles are good.
They're not good.
Dude, there's a lot of good. Jeremy hits it on the head. There's a lot of good catchers in Major League Baseball right now. Rutschman, Melendez. You have Will Smith in Los Angeles. A lot of good catchers right now. Let's go ahead and head to the Honda of Lincoln hotline, 402-464-5685. Let's talk to Chris. Chris, happy Monday, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, guys. Great show. Yeah, just wondering, we lose so much from the baseball team this year. It looks like for next year, we lose our most consistent offensive player, the catcher. I can't remember his name right offhand.
Griff.
Cam Chick, who had a bit of pop and got on base a lot, threw a ton of walks and hit by pitches and just a lot of leadership. And then we lose at least 2 of our starting day weekend starters. And I was shocked at how much we lose for next year. And if Kobe goes to the pros, if he gets an offer he can't refuse, just what do we have for next year?
Yeah, no, I appreciate the call, Chris. Let's go ahead and answer that on the other side. We'll talk about Nebraska baseball and kind of give an outlook on the roster. Who can we expect to return? Who is even able to return? It's a little confusing with the whole COVID year and everything like that. So just to put a bow on it, Adley Rutschman, I think I need to get a jersey. And
I hope you do.
And we'll talk Husker baseball for sure coming up next. Answer a couple of Chris's questions, 402-464-5685. Send in any thoughts you may have coming up next on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Singert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Gus Cottle. A.J. Tower hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 7th inning as the Wildcats defeated Millard South 11-10 in the Class A title game on Thursday at Tal Anderson Field for the school's second state championship in the last 3 seasons. Just their second season as a varsity program, Elkhorn North was able to win the Class B baseball championship. Starting pitcher Colin Noizak struck out 10 batters and allowed just 2 hits as his complete game effort led Elkhorn North to a 2-0 win over Waverly for the team's first state championship. Jalen Lloyd of Omaha Central captured the boys' all-class win in the 100-meter dash and the triple jump. Dejaj DeFrand of Lincoln High won the girls' all-class at the track and field state championships in the 100 and 200-meter dash. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
Allo means business. Allo means local business. Allo means big business. Allo means small business. No matter your business, if you need reliable phone and internet connectivity, you need Allo. Local service and same-day dispatch. Free installation. Symmetrical upload and download speeds. If your business relies on communication, rely on Allo. Allo means business. Visit allofiber.com/business.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Hey, it's Nelson inviting you to stop by the newest Caterpillar Vape Shop here in Lincoln at 2601 North 11th Street. Get to know the team that will find you exactly what you're looking for. Premium e-juice, CBD, Delta 8, mods, kits, and more. They can answer any question you have and find the right fit for you. In a hurry, hit the drive-thru for convenient service. Amazing rewards for existing customers, and as always, new Caterpillar Vapes customers get 50% off their entire purchase. Now is the time. Stop in. Caterpillar Vapes, 2601 North 11th Street. Follow on Facebook or online at caterpillarvapes.com.
It's time for today's STEM tip. Okay, you know recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. Put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the Ad Council.
work, laundry, dishes. I was exhausted. I needed a vacation, but finding a way to pay for it, not so easy. Then I found it. A research study at Solarion. I searched the studies and found a perfect match for me. It was so easy. I earned cash for the study and booked that vacation. Plus, I made an impact on medical research. Find a study and sign up today at helpresearch.com.
You should consider the risks of the research before you agree to participate.
In today's day and age, people are trying to do more and more projects by themselves. That might be better on the wallet, but it can also lead to painful sounds like this. Ow! Poor guy, trying to do wiring all by himself. Let's have another listen. It's just not worth it. Don't hurt yourself or make things worse than they are already. For any of your electric needs, call Joe at Ambition Electric today at 402-217-3415 or go to ambitionelectric.com.
Hey, it's Bach. Join me and Eric Strickland this Thursday at the brand new Double Eagle Golf Simulator Bar on West O Street inside the Kinetic Sports Complex from 3 to 6 p.m. That's this Thursday at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Southeast Community College has learning centers in Falls City, Hebron, Nebraska City, Plattsmouth, Wahoo, and York so that you can take credit and non-credit classes at a center nearby without having to travel an hour or more to campus. By taking online classes and those at a learning center, you can earn your degree from SEC where and when it's convenient for you, all at a cost that won't stand in the way of your education. Learn more about SCC's learning centers at southeast.edu/learning centers. SCC, your path to possible.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary, sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, so we're done with the Orioles talk.
But we might continue some MLB talk.
We're done. Yeah, we're done with the Orioles talk, specific talk. But we'll go in. There's actually some interesting. When we go back and look through the prospect list,
there's a
from
Husker
like
connection.
years. Yeah, there's a really interesting one. But
I'm gonna love this when we get to it.
I know, I'm excited. So let's go ahead and just briefly here. Nebraska baseball loses, or not loses. They beat Michigan State, almost lost because they gave up a grand slam in the 9th inning. But they are done for the year. Finish, I believe, 23-30 overall. Disappointing season. And before I go on, preface this with: don't forget that the transfer portal is also a thing in baseball.
Yes.
So after a season like Nebraska had, I don't want to say attrition, but there may be. And unfortunately, there may be attrition from some pretty big names. Like that's just how it is in college baseball sometimes. So we'll see.
Sometimes when you have a bad season, some of the guys who might be bigger names decide to go somewhere where they can make a bigger name for themselves.
Yeah. Or have a better team season.
It happens everywhere.
So anyway, yeah. So here we go. And that's not with any inside knowledge. Like I don't know Jack.
Don't know anything.
Come on. So some big names you'll get back. Max Anderson, you'll get Josh Karen, who is the catcher who will probably take over for Griffin Everett. Chris mentioned that. Well, I'm just going through the list. Yeah. Chris mentioned that we're losing Griffin Everett. That's a pretty big one there. He was kind of the consistent piece in this whole thing this year in a time that there were not a lot of consistent pieces. Shea Shanneman, I believe he could technically come back, but he had a pretty good year. Like Shea Shanneman was the pitcher that everybody felt the most confident in. And looking forward now next season, Nebraska's going to have to find whether Kyle Perry decides to come back, but you also have to take into account with Kyle Perry, he's had 2 Tommy John issues. Mm-hmm. Like there's been 2 straight years now where he's had to have the same surgery. And at some point you just wonder, do you just hang it up? Like, at some point. And we've met KP a couple times, Rico, and he doesn't seem like he's a competitor at heart.
Oh, no.
And you see it right away. So it would not surprise me if he comes back. But then on the other end of that, it wouldn't surprise me if he's just like, listen, I've had 2 straight Tommy John years. It's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
So we'll wait to see on that one. Let's see. So, you get Leighton Banjoff, Jack Stile back, Braxton Bragg, who's a guy out of the bullpen. I want to say he started a game, maybe a midday series. He's going to be coming back. Bryce Matthews, Rico's best player.
He's the best player on the planet.
That's right. He'll be coming back. He'll just be a junior next year. You get Garrett Anglem back, who was kind of a bright spot in the outfield there for Nebraska.
Went on a hot streak for a second there.
Yeah, the highly touted recruit out of Canada, Core Jackson, will return for the infield. Made 30-some odd starts this year at second, or throughout the infield.
Second.
So there's that. And then you have some guys that you kind of wonder about. Like instantly, the first one that comes to my mind is Drew Christo, because Drew Christo was a guy that was getting MLB looks going into his college career. Ends up being able to sign with Nebraska because they shortened the draft to only 5 rounds or whatever. Didn't make the cut for the 5 rounds. And when he was given opportunities in midweek games, he had a tough time getting out of the first inning. And that was just kind of like the midweek games. We've talked about it kind of extensively on our show throughout the season. Was like the midweek games are the time that those younger guys have the opportunity to not only assert themselves and prove to themselves that they belong on this Division I program, but also fight for a spot, whether it's out of in a relief situation or maybe in a year like this. If Drew Christo could have shined during midweek games, maybe you see him pitch on a Sunday. Maybe you see him pitch on a Saturday. And unfortunately, it just didn't come to fruition for the freshman out of Elkhorn. But Chris said, you lose quite a bit of guys. Cody Frank will no longer be there. You had attrition this year with Jackson Jelkin and Tyler Martin no longer being on the program and kind of being left in the dust middle of the season. So you have that. So yes, there's things to be excited about. There's a good recruiting class coming in. However, if you're Nebraska, and once again, preface this with, I don't think anybody's leaving. You just hope that you keep a core. You hope that Max Anderson, Bryce Matthews, if E. Fry decides to come back, you hope Leighton Banjoff and Jack Stile and Braxton Bragg, you don't lose any of those guys, because Nebraska is going to be looking for arms in the portal. Mm-hmm. They've done that the last 2 years. You remember that 2 years ago with Chance Roach coming from New Mexico State, I want to believe, and then Dawson McCarville, who had time at TCU. I want to say, maybe I'm off on that. Either way, guys that have had experience in other colleges, they've had to bring them in and kind of plug them into that day 2 starter on the weekend. Nebraska's going to be in the same situation next year unless they know something that we don't know about some young guys that just weren't quite ready this year.
If they can develop some of the guys on their roster, like you said, some of the more talented, some of the highly recruited, highly sought after guys on their roster, if they can just figure out exactly what went wrong this season and hopefully turn that around next year, you've got a pretty nice stable of pitchers and a really nice stable of just position players on this team to do something a lot better than you did this year, next year. So again, as long as the coaches and, somebody Dusty pointed out with two respected coaches like Bolt and Childress, don't you think we're more likely to bring in good transfers and lose our better remaining players? I think those two would play a really big part in keeping the guys that you have and yes, bringing in some more talented guys. But really, I think it's going to come down to just getting the guys that you currently have on your roster to take that next step, to take those freshmen, Jory says 15 freshmen, to take that next step and contribute at a higher level next year for this baseball team.
And OG Les Lancaster makes an interesting point on the text line. Were people confident in Shea, or was he the only option they had to be confident in? I guess when I look at pitching, you can't just look at the record, and like you look at his record and it's sub 500 on the mound. He's got a 4-run ERA and things like that. However, I remember specifically a game where Shea went 7 or 8 innings and got 0 runs and allowed 1 earned run. And at that point, it's like, that's not on the pitcher. That is all on, that's all on the bats. Like that you ask your pitcher to go out and pitch to contact, make a couple guys swing and miss, and just keep the ball in the ballpark. And that's what he does. Like, that's what he did in that game specifically. Obviously, he had those darker spots, but like, that's what you ask your pitcher to do. And when there's nothing that Shea Shanneman, like he just walks off the mound and just shrugs his shoulders because he's doing his job. He needs his buddies, his teammates to do their job. And so I OG Les Lancaster, like, to your point, yeah, you're right. Maybe he was the only option that they had to be confident in. But there were a couple times that I remember where Shea had a pretty good outing, and it just nothing clicking. Yeah, well, and it was just like nothing worked in correlation with each other the whole season. It felt like this season was just one giant disconnect where one game they would be able to get the little things down, but then it would just be they couldn't hit or something like that. Like, you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. So it's just, and that's something that we didn't have to worry about 2 years ago when they made that giant run. It just felt like everything was clicking and they were doing all the little things correct while being able to put the bats on the balls, and they were able to weather the hits and limit walks. And it just felt like a giant disconnect this year, unfortunately. And so I think there's things to be excited about, especially with a guy like Will Bolt. Like, Will Bolt is the guy for this job. Rob Childress, I think there was a lot of excitement with Rob Childress joining the staff, and rightfully so. But I wonder how much he had in this whole season. Like you still have Jeff Christie and you still have Lance Harvell, and Harvell deals with mostly the hitting side of things. Mm-hmm. But specifically talking about pitching, like I truly wonder how much Rob Childress was involved in the pitching. And I don't have an answer, unfortunately, and I'm not sure we'll ever get an answer. But it is what it is. And so to that point that Dusty said, with two respected coaches like Bolt and Childress, with those two coaches, I think there were a lot of high expectations going into this year because they added the coach of Rob Childress. Like, so I guess it's a two-sided coin, and you can kind of look at it both sides of that one. So, all right, 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys. All right, so Gus says this: hate to make comparisons to the football team, but the baseball team didn't seem to have any identity. It was small ball and defense last year. This seemed like it was an unorganized mess. I think a big part of that was just leadership. Like, if you think back, you had all those fifth-year seniors of Joe Acker and Mojo and Jackson Hallmark, and obviously Spencer Schwellenbach, who is now in the Braves organization. I think a big thing of it was just leadership.
Guys that have been here, done that. And
yeah.
And I'm not saying that, the seniors here weren't, been there, done that, but it was just to a different level last year with those guys. So to lose all of them at the same time, like you did, really took a hit, really made a big dent in this team. And as you saw, towards the end of the season, they started, the wins still weren't stacking up, but it seemed as if they were finding something within themselves.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they just ran out of runway.
Yeah. And the whole Purdue rain thing, like, curse you, Purdue, and
you, Mother
screw you
Nature.
guys, and we'll just see you next spring, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll dive into, we don't have enough time, unfortunately, for the Stephen Wynn segment, so we'll push that to tomorrow after Taste Test Tuesday. We're doing it with the dark cherry.
We're doing it.
Or with the berry, Dr. Pepper, whatever.
Berry, Dr. Pepper, whatever.
Yeah, the nasty stuff. So we'll do that tomorrow in the first segment. Second segment will be Stephen Wynn, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. When we come back, we're going to look back at a couple years of the top 100 baseball prospects from the years past. There's a couple interesting names on there that with a Nebraska connection. And what's more interesting is the guys below him.
I'm excited.
So we'll talk about that, wrap up Monday's show coming up next on The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour, and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Time to replace your heating and air? Get utility rebates and big discounts from Bryant. Call 467-1111 or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Cloudy skies and cooler conditions here for our Monday, topping out near 62. Southeast winds at around 15 to 20. Slight chance of showers late this afternoon. A little better chance of scattered showers tonight with a low of 51. An increasing chance for rain during the day tomorrow and only a high of around 55. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
In today's day and age, people are trying to do more and more projects by themselves. That might be better on the wallet, but it can also lead to painful sounds like this. Ow! Poor guy, trying to do wiring all by himself. Let's have another listen. It's just not worth it. Don't hurt yourself or make things worse than they are already. For any of your electric needs, call Joe at Ambition Electric today at 402-217-3415 or go to ambitionelectric.com.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Another packed summer sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. Stop by for great deals on May's Beer of the Month for Boulevard Brewing, Tallgrass Brewing, and Glacial Till Ciders. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary, sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back here to the happy hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick and Rico with you. All right, so let's do this. 2013. And I feel so bad because
I scrolled further down.
Oh, no.
It doesn't get any better.
So we looked at 2013's top prospects because I was telling Rico, like, dude, when Adley Rutschman got drafted in 2019, he instantly was the second best prospect in baseball. And then he got bumped up to number 1 after Wander Franco got called up to the Rays. And so we went back a couple years to see the top 100 prospects. In 2013, standing at number 26, Bubba Starling.
Can I just read like the top 10?
Yes.
Jurickson Profar, Dylan Bundy, Oscar Tavares, Will Myers, Taijuan Walker, Travis d'Arnaud, Jose Fernandez, RIP, Zach Wheeler, Garrett Cole, Tyler Skaggs, Billy Hamilton, Miguel Sano, Christian Yelich, Francisco Lindor, Jameson Talon, Javier Baez, Trevor Bauer. I've gone farther than 10. I don't care. Byron Buxton, Xander Bogaerts, Nick Castellanos, Mike Zunino, Archie Bradley, Shelby Miller. And then, as you said, at number 26, Bubba Starling.
Who are some of the names that are after Bubba Starling? At 28, Anthony Rendon. 29, Noah Syndergaard. Number 30, Carlos Correa. Jackie Bradley Jr., Gary Sanchez, Albert Almora, Jorge Soler, Chris Archer, Max Fried. Max Fried?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Fried.
George
Springer. It's Fried, but I say Fried.
Okay.
George Springer, Yordano Ventura.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Jeez, there's a lot of guys that died in this prospect
2013,
class.
not great.
Not a
James
great year.
Paxton, Nolan Arenado, Didi Gregorius, Willie Peralta. Goodness gracious.
Tony Cingrani.
All of these people right now that we're listing are under Bubba Starling. Lucas
Starling.
Giolito.
Oh, Yasiel
Yasiel
Puig.
The Wild Horse.
Colton Wong. Wow. So
Adeni Echeverria. Michael Wacha.
Yeah, that's
Remember
interesting.
for like a year or two, Michael Wacha was like one of the top 10 pitchers in baseball.
He was with the Cardinals. That's right. He was
Jock
pretty good.
Peterson.
God, Jock Peterson. Good one. Good one there.
Goodness gracious.
All right, let's switch gears. Let's go to like
Adam Eaton, Aaron Hicks, Trevor Story. Trevor Story was the 99th ranked prospect in 2013.
That's unreal. That is unbelievable.
Somebody got that wrong.
2011, Mike Trout is number 1. Jeremy Hellickson. Was he good?
Hellickson? I feel like he might have been good for a little bit. Bryce Harper, Dominic Brown, Dustin Ackley. That's your top 5. Number 6, Aroldis Chapman, Mike Moustakas, Eric. Look at the Royals at that time. Mike Moustakas, Eric Hosper. Boom, boom. 7 and 8. Good for them.
That is really good. Mike Montgomery was. Shout out to Mike Montgomery. Freddie Freeman was 17.
Manny Machado, 24th. This is fun. Everybody's having fun.
I mean, like. Oh, that hurts. Wet Blanket says this. You just read a list of 50 MLB regular contributors, 3 tragic deaths, and Bubba Starling.
Damn.
Why didn't it work?
He never made it. He just
he was up there for like a couple days, played center field.
He never made it.
He was there.
Look, man, I don't know.
I feel so bad for Bubba. What is Bubba doing? What's his career earnings?
I think is he still in the MLB or did he
he's done.
Retire?
No, he's just called it.
It still had him with a team
because he
give me a second.
He was playing with USA Baseball, right?
The ones that don't, I think he's still with a team.
You know he's not. Derek Bubba Starling is an American former professional baseball outfielder. He spent his entire career in Major League Baseball with the minor league baseball with the Kansas City Royals organization. Oh no.
What?
How many? Oh no. Let's hope this is not true here.
What?
Guess how many home runs he hit in the major leagues? In the actual major leagues?
3.
5. Not bad.
It's close.
Not bad.
Hey, never really made it.
On August 14th, 2011, Starling signed a $7.5 million 3-year contract. Wow. Over a collegiate athletic career for the University of Nebraska.
Damn.
He was represented by Scott Boras.
Scott Boras.
Boras.
Why'd you say
Same
Boras?
thing. Boras.
It's Boras. Everybody knows it's Boras. Anonymous Cubs fan says Mike Montgomery threw the final pitch of the 2016 World Series.
He did.
Hashtag crappy trivia.
He did. Yeah, that's great. What a great.
There's also another Cub on that list that I'm sure Cubs fans don't want any mention of.
Aroldis?
No.
Oh.
No, it was a former player who did some bad things.
Addison Russell.
Yes.
Don't shout out to Addison Russell.
No shouts out to Addison Russell.
But also, I mean, I remember, so my favorite, it was kind of crazy. Anonymous Cubs fan says Soler, ? They should have never traded Jorge Soler. But now he's down in Miami living his best life, hitting 500-foot tank shots.
Remember when he hit like 50, did he hit 50 for the Royals?
Did he get 50 with the Royals? I don't think. I think he came just
shy. No, he had like
just
40.
shy.
He had like 47 or something because his record was broken last year and he didn't get to 50 by catching.
He's been in the league for a long time. Holy crap. Jorge Soler with the 9-year career.
Ooh, good for you.
Jorge. He hit 48 in 2019 with the Royals.
That was the franchise record until last year.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Over Chicago. Over his time in Chicago. See, this is what's ridiculous. He hit 27 home runs in his 3-year career with the Royals, or with the Cubs, excuse me. 9 apiece average, right? And
then goes to the
Royals and hits 48 in a year.
Tanks them.
I mean, are we taking steroids or what?
No, we're not.
He played in all 162 games that year.
Don't say that about Jorge Soler. We like Jorge Soler.
We do like Jorge Soler.
Also, shout out to the Cubs for just trading away really good players.
Yeah. Gus says this, everyone is having fun except for Bubba Starling. Gosh, I feel bad for Bubba Starling.
Technically, he could go. I don't know how old he is. He could go back to college and play quarterback if he wanted. Remember that happened with the dude from Oklahoma State, who then
Brandon Whedon?
Yeah, who then got drafted by the Browns in the first
Where's
round.
Whedon at? Where is Whedon at? Is he still with the Texans?
Is he still in the NFL? No.
Oh, he wasn't. He's not anymore. Oh, I thought Brandon Whedon was in the NFL. Brandon Whedon. He would have. I remember when Nebraska played him. That was the game Eric Martin got kicked out.
Yeah, he
for
killed a
decking
guy.
the dude.
Eric Martin killed a guy.
Wait, for real?
No, I mean, not really, but
Okay.
I mean, he might have. What Blanket says he got $1.5 million per home run. I guess not coming to NU wasn't a bad decision after all. Yeah.
Did Randy Arozarena get traded from the Cardinals?
Couldn't tell you.
That's interesting if that's the case. Jory, nice trivia thing there. Yeah, that's wild. All right, so about a minute left here.
FSU dude, Winky. Yeah, Winky won a Heisman. Dude went MLB, didn't cut it, went back to college and won a Heisman.
That is wild. Okay, so we have about a minute left here. I do want to mention this. So Nebraska, 24/7 Sports released their top 25 quarterbacks heading into the season.
Mm-hmm.
Is Casey Thompson on there? Unfortunately, he
be.
is not.
How is he not on there?
Who is?
Yes, please tell me.
This will be fun.
I'm guessing number one is
everybody's
going
to have fun.
We're going to have fun. I'm guessing Bryce and CJ are 1 and 2.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right. Big Ten quarterbacks ranked ahead of Casey Thompson. Number 25, Peyton Thorne. DJ Uiagalelei is 24th. Keaton Slovis, 22nd. Minnie Tua, 21st.
Okay.
Let's see who is else. Quinn Ewers is 19th. Aiden O'Connell. This is preposterous.
Okay.
Aiden O'Connell.
Okay. Rigged.
Aiden O'Connell is the second best Big Ten quarterback. That is unreal. I hope Bach sees this.
This is rigged.
He's going to love this.
I
hope Bach sees this.
Horse hockey is what
All
this
right.
is.
We're done for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Taste Test Tuesday, Dark Berry Dr. Pepper coming up tomorrow. See ya.
Adios.
At Baxter, we put you in the driver's